Hey guys, now you can follow me on Facebook. Just go to facebook.com/ultramaximusreviews.
Oh no, it's Freddy Krueger.
Now I have a story that I'd like to tell about this guy. You all know me as me scared as hell. He's burnt up like a weenie and his name is Fred. He wears the same hat and sweater every single day. I can't believe that there's a nightmare on my street.
That sucked bomb bad.
You suck.
That was weird.
Hello YouTube, Ultra Maximus back with 31 horror toys in 31 days! And today we're taking a look at Freddy Krueger from A Nightmare on Elm Street 3, The Dream Warriors. And this figure is from NECA Real Toys. It is the ultimate Freddy that's got the little dollhouse and the puppet Freddy and some interchangeable parts. I got this on sale at Big Bad Toy Store. It was like, I want to say 20 some bucks, 24 bucks maybe, somewhere around there. It was under $30, and I thought it looked really, really cool, and I loved how it came with the little puppet Freddy, so had to pick it up. So let's go ahead and take a look at the packaging. So here we have Freddy in box, and this is really cool because it's the poster from A Nightmare on Elm Street 3, which I vividly remember and seeing at the theater, which is very nice. It says, if you think you're ready for Freddy, think again. And Dream Warriors was actually one of my more favorite of the Nightmare movies back as a kid for some reason. I don't know why. I just really liked this one a lot. And I think it's because I went to go see it at the theater as a kid, and it was just kind of fun. But yeah, and it says A Nightmare on Elm Street. I keep wanting to say Nightmare Before Christmas. And we got the, looks like Freddy's sweater, and then some faces screaming in Freddy's tore up skin, and that's on both sides, looking all kinds of cool. The top says A Nightmare on Elm Street 3, so just kind of a close-up of the artwork that looks like the poster, which is very awesome. I do dig this a lot. I think it's a lot of fun, and then the artwork on the side, very, very cool. Back of the packaging kind of shows you all the different things you can do with the figure. So it kind of shows Freddy right here in the mirror, which is a scene from the movie, the pictures and the frames and things. Then we get Puppet Freddy. We get Freddy with an interchanged head on there. We get the little dollhouse, and then there's a little write-up, which is very, very cool. So just kind of a close-up. Here's the write-up. If you want to pause and read that, you are more than welcome to. And then there is Freddy. There's the interchanged head Freddy. There's the dollhouse, and then your Puppet Freddy, looking cute. And then this opens up, much like a lot of the NECA figures. So we get this really cool picture of Freddy with his interchangeable chest, and then Freddy and all of his stuff. So just kind of a picture of the artwork. Freddy looking very, very cool. And then here is Freddy with his interchangeable head, Puppet Freddy, interchangeable hands, his hat, his interchangeable chest, and the dollhouse. So yeah, this thing is definitely looking very, very cool. Let's go ahead and get Freddy out of box and see what we think. So here we have Freddy out of the package with all of his accessories, and this thing does come with a lot of stuff, which is very, very cool. Overall, I'm very happy with this figure. I think the detail and the durability on this figure is really, really nice. The replacement parts that he's got, very, very cool. He's got two different sets of hands, a different head. The head had light piping on it. I didn't realize that. And it comes with the little dollhouse and the little Freddy, him right here, the little puppet Freddy. This is cool. Looks like the character from the movie. Problem is he doesn't stand very well, and that's because his little legs are probably warped from being in the box, but yeah, he just kind of falls over. I think with a little heat, you can straighten that leg out to get him to stand, because if I bend the leg out a little bit, it does want to stand a little bit better, like that. But then he just falls right over, so be aware of that. And then he's got his little bit of blood that he's standing in. I'm guessing that's what that is. And then you get the little dollhouse. There it is. This thing is really cool. Nice detail on it. I am digging it. It is the edges on it, however, are warped from being in the box, so you'll need to kind of heat those down. But yeah, very nice, very cool. Definitely digging that. He comes with his alternate chest right here, with all the souls screaming out of his flesh, which is very, very cool. And it just plugs. It's got 4 plugs that it goes in there. Here's the alternate head. I will show all this off with the light piping, which is very cool. So it's got a very large light piping piece there that I didn't know was in there. So that was pretty cool. I'll show that off. And then he comes with 2 alternate sets of hands with syringes on the fingertips that were part of the movie. And the syringes are a translucent, smoky plastic, which is very cool. It looks like they have stuff in them. So there's that hand. And then the other hand also had them. So yeah, very, very cool. Definitely digging that. I think that is neat. I will show those in the close-ups when I get to go do that. So yeah, definitely very cool. All the little different parts that he comes with. Very, very impressive. Of course, he also comes with his his hat, his helmet, and then he's got his blade hand. Unfortunately, there's no articulation in the blade hand. It's just kind of in that fashion. I would have liked if there were some hinges on the fingers. The hat itself, very cool. Definitely dig that. It fits on both heads very, very well. And yeah, so as far as articulation on Freddy goes, his head moves back and forth. Not much movement up and down. His arms kick out that far. They spin around at the joint. There is a single joint at the elbow. It also twists at the elbow like that. And then his hands are on a ball joint. So they do move around as well. He has articulation at the waist, though not much, probably because of the gimmick with the chest that comes out. His legs kick, about that far forward, kick about that far back. They don't go out too terribly far because of the way they're designed. And then there's a single jointed knee. Again, he's got a twist at that knee as well. And then the feet are also on a ball joint, so they do have some movement as well. So yeah, that's pretty much the articulation that you're going to get out of Fred. Alright, so let's show off some of the gimmicks for Freddy here. So we're going to take his hat off, and I'm going to replace his head with the alternate head. So I'm just going to pop this off. It's off camera here. It just pops off. It is on there pretty good. You heard the pop. Interestingly, though, it's not on a ball joint. It's just a kind of staff that has a slight bulge at the end of it, which is interesting. And then you're going to pop this Freddy head sculpt on, which, there we go. Alright, so there is Freddy with his alternate head on there. And then let me grab my cell phone, and we will show the light gimmick. So let me turn the flashlight on my cell phone. Where's it at? Here it is. Okay. So there we can see the gimmick. Let me get a close up. I'll show the gimmick off here. So yeah, there it is. See the gimmick? How awesome is that? So the power of Christ compels thee. So yeah, that is pretty cool. I thought that was neat. I did not expect that to be on there at all, actually. So that was kind of impressive. Now, let's see. I guess let's replace the hand. Again, the hands they're on ball joints, so they just kind of pop on and off here, and then we'll put the needle hand on it. Oh, that's the wrong hand. That's why you didn't want to go on there. I was going to say the secondary hands are a little bit more difficult to get on than the initial hands. So here's the needle hand, and I'll show these off in the close-ups as well. So He's got his needle hand there, and then the chest. So we're going to pull this chest off like that. So it just comes off. It's got the 4 pegs. This is what he looks like underneath, which is very interesting. But it's a very, very clever design that they did to get that to work. And we're going to just place that on like that. And there he is with his replacement chest. So yeah, I really, really do dig that. I think that is very, very cool that they put that on there and were able to pull it off so well. So taking a closer look at Freddy himself, I really do like the sculpt. I like the snarl. I think they did a lot of good detail with the flesh on there. The sweater looks good. The hat looks nice. The hat's all in one color. I like the little paint dry brushing on that, I think. But the sweater looks good. It looks like a ratty old sweater. It's got the greens and the reds in it. His paint apps on his flesh go all the way around on the body. And just to take off the hat here so you can see it a little bit better. And as you can see, they really did a good job with the head sculpt, I think. It's got this nice glossy look, kind of makes it look a little bit wet the way it did in the movie. All the little holes and scars and the burns just look really, really nice and horrific on this figure. Now taking a closer look at the alternate head sculpt, again they did a good job with the head. It looks good. I like the mouth, the paint, the sculpt, the eyes looking up at the cross that's kind of burnt into his forehead. Very, very nice. The skin matches the other one pretty well, although it seems a little bit darker on top of the neck than the other one does for some reason. But the back of the head's got this giant gaping clear piece of plastic, and that is for, well, obviously the light piping, but it still has the scarring on the plastic, which is interesting. But definitely a fun alternate head, and if you got it sitting next to a light source, it's definitely going to be really, really fun. Again, I didn't expect it to have the light piping, which is awesome. So taking a look at the midsection of the figure, again, they did a really good job with all the detail on the sweater. His hand looks good. His hand can actually twist over to the side and kind of make it look like he's working the little puppet strings, I guess. I like the claws on the glove. They are a soft rubber, so you can, when they come out of the package, they're kind of warped, but you can get them into place pretty easy. And the detail on the glove, very nice. All the frayed edges around the sweater, the detail on the back of the sweater looks nice. And I love how you can interchange the front piece of the sweater really, really simply. I mean, it looks really good. The only complaint I've got really is the fact that the glove has got only the one pose. It'd been nice if you could have straightened his fingers out with the claws, but hey, it is what it is. Now, taking a look at the alternate midsection and alternate hands, again, love the detail. The faces on his body coming out of his skin, very cool. The rip and how it kind of hangs on the side there, very nice. Very clever on how they switched it out. And then, of course, it seamlessly goes in. Well, not seamlessly. You can see a seam at the top of the shoulders, but it goes in really, really well to the back of the figure. The other really nice thing are the switchable hands that have the syringes on the fingertips. So we got the one that's got the flesh with the fingertips and the other one with the glove. And the syringes are a translucent, smoky, bluish gray plastic, which is nice. It looks like they actually have stuff inside of them. Again, the needles on the syringes are kind of warped when they come out, so you want to use a little heat to kind of straighten them out, but they come out really, really well. And finally, taking a look at the legs on the figure, all the wrinkles in the pants just look really nice. The boots look good. They look like leather. They've got the silver buckles on them, which is nice. They've got the black leather soles, which is good. Again, the pants just look remarkable with all the detail on the wrinkles there. It stands really well. Looks good, front, back, side. I cannot complain with the sculpt work on this and the paint applications that they put onto the shoes. It just flat out looks good. For comparison, here we have the NECA Ultimate Freddy from Nightmare on Elm Street 3 next to the video game color Leatherface from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, also by NECA, and the detail on these two figures, very, very cool. And what I like about this one, it can still sit on the monster shelf with the other ones, even though it's in that gaudy green. It just looks really, really super creepy, and it fits that character for some reason. But the Freddy, while there is a video game color, this guy, it's kind of like a pinkish reddish color. I looked at it, I just can't go with it. I gotta have the original movie colors for Freddy Krueger. So is the Ultimate Freddy from NECA Real Toys, Nightmare on Elm Street 3 Dream Warriors, something you want in your Freddy Krueger or horror movie collection? I'm going to say yes, because A, it's Freddy Krueger. Gotta have Freddy Krueger if you're building a horror shelf. If you're collecting all the Freddy Krueger lines, this is definitely one you want to get. It comes with so many accessories. Normally I think this was going for like 30 bucks. On Big Bad Toy Store, I got it for, I want to say, around 25, 26, somewhere around there. So it was on sale when I picked it up, and it just comes with so many different accessories that is just something you can't pass up. I love how you can interchange the chest on the character, the head. It's got alternate hands. It comes with the little Freddy puppet and the dollhouse. I mean, you can't go wrong with it. Now, the little Freddy puppet, you're going to have to work on his legs and stuff to get him to stand right. But once you do that, you'll be okay. The same with the needles and the blades on his glove. They're just kind of thin, rubbery type stuff, but it'll go out. But the rest of the figure is fantastic. It's sturdy. It clamps in really well. It's painted well. It's got great articulation on it for a Real Toys NECA figure. And the light piping on the alternate head was a pleasant surprise. I did not expect that at all. So overall, I think this is a great Freddy Krueger for a horror movie shelf. If you're liking all the accessories, or if you just need a standard standalone Freddy, you can just have him with his claws and his normal head and hat and shirt and not use the accessory bits. So either way, it's going to work for you. So there he is, Freddy Krueger from Nightmare on Elm Street 3 Dream Warriors for 31 horror toys in 31 days.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, thumbs it up. If you hate this video, thumbs it down. To watch more Ultra Maximus, click on the links to the right. Don't forget to subscribe and share, like us on Facebook, and look for more videos in the future.